So now, Shana from Gopika Chopla Studio. Miss just mentioned that the background has been done by the Gopika Chopla Studio. Gopika is not here herself, so Shana will be making a presentation on how they do visual communications. We have the kit packs and the background. All of this has been designed by GCD, so it's already part of visual communication.
Hello everyone, I'm Shahana Jain and I'm representing Gopika Chopla who unfortunately could not be here today. I'm a graphic designer by training and I'm a partner at GCD Studio which is headed by Gopika. Post lunch is always snooze time and hopefully I'll be able to sustain your interest because my presentation is very visual. GCD Studio is a design firm engaged in developing visual communication design. As design practitioners, our work spans a vast and diverse range of applications and users. Some of it is commercial, in that it supports marketing of services or products. Some of it is for publishing, events, or even education. While the end users may be different, while the end users may be different,
Can someone just, can everybody just turn the cell phones off, please?
yeah, probably. I don't have it. Doesn't matter. I'll try to talk louder than that. While the end users may be different, what we find is that at the core is design thinking, speaking the visual language. Like any language, the visual language also speaks in different tones. It may be playful, or sensitive, or cultural. Visual language can be powerful and expressive. It takes good design thinking to speak it fluently. At this point, I would like to share a couple of projects that we worked upon which illustrate our design thinking. Brand identity for a low-cost airline. The first is for a low-cost airline launched in 2005. The project involved finding design solutions at various levels. The challenge was to break the psychological barrier that flying or air travel was only meant for the elite or the business class. Of course, the low fares spoke the most powerful visual language, but before the potential user reached that stage, the visual message had to communicate it. Starting with the name, irrational and inclusive, we designed a brand signature that broke rigid boundaries. Drawn from common ingredients in every Indian's life, we designed a graphic that is bright and unintimidating. The asymmetry of the logo adds to the informality. The exuberance of the brand logo was then carried on into visual mnemonics and representations of the brand. Most of the communication of the brand values was made without words. Just powerful visuals were used, and a connect was made with the viewer that was on an emotional and expressive level. At the base of it all was a strict color, typographic, and navigational structure that made the function of design efficient and user-friendly. Without saying a word, the message going out was that SpiceJet is an airline for everyone. The result: in every market survey conducted in the first 3 years of the brand launch, the brand perception was very positive, and all the cues we put out were successful in what they were trying to communicate. With any kind of design, collaboration is key. We worked with engineers from the Boeing to design the aircraft livery, and with fashion designers to design the uniform for the crew. The other very different project that I would like to share with you is also a collaborative venture. It's a series of children's books for Pratham Books. It's work in progress, so I will not be sharing the final product with you. The assignment is to develop books for tribal children in Orissa in tribal dialects like Munda, Kui, and Joanga, with content both verbal and visual that is contextually relevant and familiar to the children. These are primary level books based on local folk tales and stories which were collected, collated, edited, and translated in a series of workshops. In a fast-changing world of cable TV, where digitally produced images of Chhota Bheem and Doraemon have replaced local motifs, we wanted the books to carry illustrations in a visual language that belonged to the region. We chose to involve tribal artists, and through workshops, we have collaborated to create what could become a way forward for more such experiments. The motifs in traditional Sora art are beautifully simple. However, unlike Patachitra, they do not carry a narrative flow. We needed the story to move from page to page and make the visuals actively tell the story. The style was intuitive to the artists. As designers, our intervention was to bring structure, characterization, and visual elements in order to create facial expressions and the flow of a story. The process has been a learning for the designers and the artists as well, as it was a new way of speaking in a language that was familiar. Looking at these two very different design assignments, I see the role of a designer as an organic one. Designers must have empathy. Design is always created for someone to use. As a designer, you have to put yourself into the shoes of the person you're creating a design for. Which is why design training must be humanistic, holistic, and interdisciplinary. In an ever-connected, ever-changing, globalized world, skills are constantly either being made redundant or being reinvented. It is the process of analyzing and application of knowledge and imagination that gives designers the ability to extend their expertise to varied and changing challenges. Design thinking has to be the basis of design education. To create relevant design, an integrated approach that allows enriching interlinks and crossovers between design, art, engineering, music, technology, science, literature, craft traditions, culture, human emotions, and values is essential. Design is everywhere. Design affects everyone. Design adds value to society. Design also delights, it touches an emotional chord and fulfills our need for beauty. Design makes things work. Good design makes things work better. Thank you.
Thanks a lot, Shahana. Very right, I think, coming after IDC's presentation. And I think to give a little bit of variety, if Professor Chakravarti agrees, may I ask someone else to come?